seems to me like they want us to be afraid, man. Or maybe we just like being afraid. Maybe we just so used to it at this point that it's just a part of us, part of our culture. Security alert on orange. It's been on orange since '01, G. I mean, what's up, man? Can a brother get yellow, man? Just for like 2 months or something?
No lives matter. That's what the real new hashtag needs to be. And that's what you Black Lives Matter people that people are supporting Black Lives Matter need to understand. Y'all are getting played. Straight up played. They aren't able to bust people into cities and cause hysteria just because a couple of black individuals got needlessly murdered and a couple of good organizers who are leading this movement made it happen. No, it's not that simple. They're funded just like every other organization is funded, and they've received over $35 million from George Soros, one of the most evil men on the planet. What you need to understand is the rich want to play us against each other to push their own agendas, trying to create a bunch of racism that isn't necessarily nearly as widespread as they want to make it out to be. Now this thing is spreading through sports. Now, not only that, before I get into that, let me also remind you that the Black Lives Matter, one of their leaders, their Twitter was hacked. You can go look that up as well. And all their internal communication said that their only purpose was to cause chaos and martial law so Obama could stay in office for 4 more years. Black people are murdering each other like it's going out of style in Chicago. That's Obama's hometown. He's the leader of the free world. Do you really think that this man, if he can't fix his own home city, that he can fix a nation? No, it's not gonna happen. Y'all need to understand that this isn't about race. I'm not saying there aren't racists out there, but it isn't nearly as widespread as this group is trying to make it out to be. Y'all need to educate yourself and do some research on the subject. Serena Williams just won another major title. She's supporting Black Lives Matter. LeBron James just won another title. He's supporting Black Lives Matter. And now we got an entire WNBA team supporting Black Lives Matter. And this is going to spread through every division of your major sports here in America by the end of the year. I guarantee it. And if you don't want to listen to what I have to say on the subject, maybe y'all will listen to one of the biggest sportscasters in the planet before this spreads like a disease to every sport in America.
Let me preface my comments by saying I am fully aware of the fact that no one white can say what I'm about to say. But damn it, I'm going to say it. Democratic presidential candidate Martin O'Malley apologized on Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, guess why he apologized? Because during a discussion in front of an abundance of African Americans, he said all lives matter, as opposed to Black Lives Matter. Now, there's a lot of things that I can get into, but this is a sports show, and I'm not going to get into that. But just to make my position clear, I got 2 points to make. What the hell is he supposed to say? I mean, the next thing you're going to know, what are you going to ask him to say next? Only Black Lives Matter? All lives do matter. Now, we understand where the Black Lives Matter originated from. I mean, in the aftermath of Trayvon Martin and Eric Gardner, I mean, the list goes on and on, Michael Brown. We understand that, and nobody's ignoring that. And nobody's ignoring that as a society, we got some serious problems. Nobody's denying that there's problems with racism, that to some degree, some police officers acting up. That problem has to be addressed. But what is a presidential candidate supposed to say? That's point number one. Here's the biggest point about point number two. And I'm looking at my brother, Marcus Matthews, sitting right next to me. My friend, handles some of my business and social media. And I'm looking at my white producer, and I ain't gonna lie to you, Nuno Texiera, I don't know what the hell you are. You're Portuguese and you're Spanish. I love you, Nuno. I know you know I'm saying that with affection, bro. I hope you know that, okay? Portuguese, that's what he is. Nuno, the Nuno threw me off, okay? But here's the deal. I have to say this, I guess rhetorically, to my brothers and sisters, because I am a black man. Where's the noise about all Black Lives Matter when black folks are killing black folks? You see, that's where you lose me. So a presidential candidate who isn't black happens to stand up and says, all lives matter. Hillary Clinton, a presidential candidate who may probably get the Democratic nomination for the presidency, she says all lives matter, and then she has to couch it and then come back and retract and all of this other stuff. So we mandate that they say Black Lives Matter. But we got black folks dying at the hands of black folks in this country. And we're not hearing that. At least we hadn't been hearing that. Don't get me started on the murders in Chicago. And to some degree throughout other parts of this country. I'm just saying. It's a sports show. I'm going to get back to sports. But ain't too many black men hosting the national radio show. And I just can't let this slide. All lives do matter. Now, Black Lives Matter resonates with us because of what we endured throughout our community. And I'm not saying that somebody shouldn't say that Black Lives Matter. What I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with somebody highlighting that all lives matter. That's not a reason for somebody to be booed. It's not a reason for a presidential candidate to have to apologize. Apologize? Does anybody take a moment to realize how we look when we force someone to apologize for saying all lives matter? Do you not have any idea how that makes us look? Especially when black folks are getting killed by black folks every day. And that's not to say that white folks ain't killing white folks, because that happens too. But black folks are killing black folks every day. And we never heard Black Lives Matter. So what are we saying? That Black Lives Matter only when we're killed by somebody who's not black? Come on now. Come on now. There's a presidential election coming up in a little over a year. Let's keep our eyes on the prize, focus on issues, and stop allowing stuff like this to distract us. All lives do matter.
That's right. This is the girlfriend of Philando Castile. Not only is she riding around with Castile, smoking weed in the car with her daughter, but she's pregnant.
My rider.
Lifestyle on camera. $100,000
Okay, Dad.